Hi, I'm Heather Paris of liveinspirednow.com, and here it is day 2 of a week of stories. Today, my story is all about the time that I didn't go on stage. Now, this is another very pivotal moment in my early years. It was 8th grade, and I had always thought that I just wasn't smart. I never really did well in school. I didn't excel. I didn't get good grades all through school, no matter when. I had some serious math anxiety going on. In fact, I still really can't do math that great. Thank God for calculators. So in 8th grade, one of my teachers, my English teacher, said that there was a writing contest. And I had always dreamed of being a writer, but it never really seemed like it would be possible for me because, well, I just wasn't smart enough, So in 8th grade, my teacher told us about this contest. We had to write a short story, which is what I loved. My favorite authors were O. Henry and Edgar Allan Poe, who both wrote short stories. So we had to write a short story, and I did, and my story was called The Watch That Went Into Time. It was all about a little girl who was absolutely nothing like me. Laugh, laugh, right? It was all about a little girl who would sit in class and daydream, who never really participated too much because she didn't want to get noticed, and she never really thought that she was very smart. So one day when she looked at her watch, she traveled into time and would go to all these different places. And so it was a very creative story, and I submitted it for this contest and then never thought another thing about it. I just did it because I enjoyed writing and I had to turn it in, but I never really gave any thought to the story after that. So then fast forward to the end of the year, the worst day of school ever, the day where you have to sit in the auditorium and watch all of these kids get awards, right? It's the worst day ever of school, at least it was for me. So that day came, and I'm sitting in the auditorium, and they're going through all these awards. Now, I have never been invited on stage to get an award. I've never received an award. So for me, this day is just kind of like, whatever, just get through it, sit in the audience, mind my own business, and daydream, really. So all of a sudden, as I was sitting there, the weirdest thing happened. I heard my name. I heard Heather Whitman for The Watch That Went Into Time. First place. Wait a minute. What just happened? This had to be some kind of joke, I thought. Really. I mean, what just happened? Did I hear my name? That's so weird. Let me just slink down in my chair because this is really embarrassing. And then I hear it again. Heather Whitman for The Watch That Went Into Time. First place. Please come up and accept your award. Well, I got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as I could in my chair because I heard my name. I heard that they were trying to give me an award, but I didn't believe it. I thought so little of myself academically, and I had so much social anxiety that I couldn't even bring myself to believe that it was real. At that time, I envisioned that movie Carrie, where I would go on stage and all this blood would pour down on me. It was just a big, giant joke for all of the teachers and all of the other kids to laugh at me. So they said my name yet again, and I stayed glued to my chair. I did not go up. In fact, I never went up. They just moved on. And I really, really missed my opportunity to shine that day. But I was just so lost. I did not believe that I was smart enough to ever get an award. I had never been recognized for anything academically. So that day I kind of broke my own heart. And that story is really one of the catalysts to who I am today. After that happened, I was so disappointed in myself, and I didn't ever want to play small like that again. Even in 8th grade, I knew, and I was heading into 9th grade at that time. And going into 9th grade, I just decided, that's it. I'm not going to do that anymore. And I struggled for a while, especially in math class. I spent a lot of time in math class like this. Like, please don't notice me kind of thing. But apart from math class, I really came out of my shell and decided that I never wanted to break my heart again. So I stepped up and did the best I could, and that was it. But yeah, it was not going on stage that day, feeling like everyone in the whole auditorium was staring at me and having that social anxiety and feeling that I just wasn't good enough to receive an award. You know what? That sucked. And I never wanted to feel like that again. So I made some changes. But that story is one of the building blocks of who I am today.